Good morning, everybody. This is Judith Eckholt. You're listening to Mad Love. Let's get into it. So, I'm surprised the government shutdown has lasted this long. I'm not surprised because it's Trump and some of the shenanigans he's pulled, you know. But I'm not trying to tell people to not do anything. So the No Kings thing, if that resonates with you, that's great. But really, it's so performative because the president is truly not the person with the most power. It's these no billionaires weekends they should have, And Trump is a shaky billionaire because he's always needing to be bailed out. I think when he ran for president the first time, it was to, you know, get some more cash in his coffers because his ventures aren't always successful. If you were to look up what his business background is, you could see he struggles. He's not always in the black, and he wasn't a billionaire long before he had to pay people to report that he was a billionaire. That's true. It was a show on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it, but his episode was called The Long Con, and it was just so many things he had to do to make himself stay wealthy because he inherited a lot of money, but he struggled to figure out how to become a billionaire. And so I think whoever's in charge of him and whoever was behind this Project 25, they had a bunch of 2025. They had a lot of things they wanted to get done, and they are the ones doing this. They really want a smaller government, which I don't know. It all seems so strange to me that a bunch of people with money can sit up and write things and basically bribe Congress and the president. Because you've got Israel basically bribing everybody to do their bidding, and then you've got all of these other interest groups and these shadow organizations pretty much to do their bidding. And people keep wondering why. Well, we're always in wars. Trump said he was going to stop the wars, which was funny. They had a ceasefire in Israel, of course, did not. Uh, they are something. They did not uphold it. They had to come back and say, oh, okay, well, we'll uphold it this time. They are not to be trusted. I, and that is not anti Semitic. I am not anti Semitic. I'm not anti anything. Um, it is something very, very sinister and powerful going on with this pro-Israel lobby, and that has nothing to do with Jewish people. And I'll give you an analogy. Chris Rock had a joke a long time ago. There's a difference between black people and the N word. And the N word is not my word. I try not to use it, although sometimes it seems scarily appropriate. But there is a difference between people who are Jewish and people who are pro Israel no matter what. And the extremists, the Zionists, man, it's just like black people and the N word because every black person is not an N word. They're just not. The people that make you want to cross the street make us want to cross the street too. Just shit. Wait for me. I don't want to be over here with him. He looks scary. And that is something that the media manipulates and hardly ever lets you know because whoever's in charge for real, they own the media. They own uh, everything. And occasionally, a movie project will come in and slide under the radar. But, you know, for the most part, that's why I'm tripping up my thoughts. So, the Pentagon apparently has a filmmaking department, and that's why you never see the United States military look bad in any movie project. Someone has to sign off. The Department of Defense has to sign off on anything with military in it. And that's why everybody looks like a hero. Isn't that interesting? And I don't think, I mean, usually those kind of movies have big budgets. And I don't think a movie that makes somebody in the military looks bad usually is a big time summer release. Like nobody really touches those. So it's interesting. It is an interesting world. Apparently, in America, it's always been about the money. Whoever could buy the message was the messenger. So it's an interesting time. But this football season is wacky. I never know who's going to win from week to week. I've usually made a little money by now, but no, I have no idea what's going on. Every week somebody plays crazy. Every week either somebody's great or somebody's trash. It was nice to see the Kansas City Chiefs look like the Chiefs again. And I don't know. They clearly need receivers. I'm glad Rasheed Rice is back. Nobody is a number one except for him. And so then when you have Rasheed out there, then you get okay, Hollywood Brown can catch some balls, and you know, uh, whoever the Juju Smith Schuster, like now those people aren't going to be the person that Mahomes is looking for because Rasheed Rice, giant target, is out there. I mean, about to yawn. Oh, Travis Kelsey is just two steps slower than he was last year, who was 5 steps slower than the year before. And I'm surprised he didn't retire with his brother. He needs to just go ahead and go and be married and look crazy. He used to be so cute to me, and now I don't know. A haircut really makes a difference. And he used to have some swag. But when you go from Akeisha to Taylor Swift, I guess, and I don't know this man's personal life and I don't know his business. I do feel like their relationship is a bit of I feel like it's staged for the media or something. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't feel like that's an authentic relationship for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's because they need so much publicity. If it were more quiet and it was just this little quiet thing between Travis and Taylor, then okay, but it seems like they need the media publicity, and that is always a bad sign, which means it's a media marriage, right? It's just for the cameras, to me. So good luck to them, whatever. I am grateful we don't have to cut away to her during every game this year. Um, what else is there? I think, well, I mean, like I said, if you like to do the no kings thing and that means something to you, okay. But if you really want to make an impact, cancel Christmas. Do not buy anything other than necessities from here on out till the end of the year, till January. That'll be the biggest impact statement you could ever make. That would be huge. And I think people should do that. It's not what you do once that means something, it's what you do every day that means something. Yeah. You can go to the doctor right now and they could say, hey, you need to cut something out. And yeah, you could skip it tomorrow. That doesn't mean anything. It's when you go back in 90 days of something that you cut out your diet, that's when it's going to show. So, yeah, that would leave a mark. But otherwise, everything's going pretty good for me personally. Don't forget to check out our other podcast, Mugshots and Murders. This one was particularly grim. As a person who actually saw the file, you know, uh, it was grim. It was grim. It was what someone would call overkill. And I'm not an expert or anything, but uh, you know, we tell these stories not to exploit victims or to sensationalize anything, but it is important to know where you live and who's around you and to make really important decisions about how do we live in a community together um, if we don't acknowledge this one great big thing, which is there are some very violent, dangerous people in our society. And when you come along and say something categorically like, let's let all the people out of jail. Let's give people a second chance, like that kind of stuff. You know, I worked through the progressive prosecutor movement. I was actually in an office, in a prosecutor's office when a quote unquote progressive prosecutor came in, and I mean, it was a disaster because all of this, no one would consider the the Trayvon Martin case a low level crime. But when you start using language like, well, low level crime, and you start saying things about, you know, more about defendants' rights than, um, victims needing justice, uh, it, it does taint all the cases. You see what I'm saying? So this case was not low level, absolutely not. But it when you start using that kind of languaging, it makes it seem like, oh, okay, all defendants need more mercy, and it's like they don't show mercy on their victims. So yeah, so check it out. It's called Mugshots and Murders. It's on Spotify exclusively. Um, if you like true crime, you'll find it interesting. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I hope everything is going well in your life. Just ask God to deliver us from evil, seen and unseen, forces known and unknown. Because surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. Yeah? Take care. Happy Monday.